Hey everybody, what's going on? So welcome to my first speed build ever of a Sims apartment. This one is the 910 Medina Studios apartment in Myshuno. And I was just, looking for a place that I could renovate that was a good first project. And this one was definitely a good first project. So an artist sim lives here, and he's very into gaming, as well as becoming a writer. That's one of his aspirations, is to become a writer. And he gets a little distracted sometimes by his gaming. So I wanted to redo his apartment because it was really bad before. Like, it needed some TLC. Even in the description of his apartment, it said it needed some serious TLC. So I decided to go in and give it a little bit of that TLC that it needed. And what I really liked about the description of this sim was that he gets really distracted by his games. So I wanted to give him his Switch. Maybe he's really addicted to Animal Crossing and he's been playing a lot of it. So I gave him his little Switch on the console there and on the table. And this is a really tiny apartment, which I love building in, actually, because you have to be really conscious and economic with your furniture and the space. You really have to make everything count. And I think this is a really good thing to help your building skill or redecorating. But I also wanted to keep the integrity of the New York feel of it. So I really like that the box was showing, like the power box, and I like that the piping was showing in the apartment. So I wanted to keep those and sort of make it like stylish almost to have those in there. And I really liked the wall choice because it still felt like a beginner apartment. It didn't look like it cost too much money, but it was also nicer, with the appliances and the cabinets and the countertops, and especially the stove and the refrigerator. Those are very nice. I will be linking all of the CC that I used in the description below, so you can go ahead and check those creators out. Definitely make my builds a lot cuter. So as you can see, some of my favorite things to do in any build is to add plants of any kind. I love any excuse to put plants in my builds. So you'll usually find them on the counters, on the walls, in any corner of the room. I also really like the map from one of the CC packs that I got. It's super beautiful. And this desk right here is also from a CC pack that I absolutely adore. Shout out to all the creators out there that make The Sims 4 seriously more playable. It's a much better experience with mods and CCs and playing The Sims. So shout out to you guys. So one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube and their building skills is Lil Simsy. She's actually one of the biggest inspirations for me to even start doing any kind of Sims content. So shout out to Lil Simsy. Obviously go check her out. She's a lot of fun to watch. So this is definitely Lil Simsy inspired. And one day I will figure out how to put my face over the speed build. But for now, I really just wanted to not procrastinate too much and kind of get my first video out there. I am on Twitch. If you want to watch some more Sims content, I'm currently doing a 100 baby challenge. I just started it with one of my Sims in Willow Creek. She is the cutest little Sim. She's got like this big mane of blonde curly hair, and she has 3 toddler girls right now, so we're on 3 babies, and they're a lot of fun. For this particular 100 baby challenge, I'm naming all of the babies after League of Legends champions. So we're starting with A and we're going all the way through the alphabet, which is really fun. So we have Ari, I'm pretty sure it's Anivia and Akali. So those are our 3 little girls. So if you want to go check that out, my Twitch is Tiltina92. And I do streams on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to come on over and watch some Sims content, we'd love to have you there. Another thing that I really like doing in Sims builds in particular is trying to challenge myself to use items that I most of the time overlook, because I feel like that, you know, I feel like in The Sims, as we are building, we tend to use the same items a lot. At least I do. So if I find like a CC pack that I really like to use, I use it to death. So I like to kind of challenge myself to use packs or things that I typically don't use and try to make them pretty. I did that specifically in one of my streams where I used only the tackiest items and tried to make them, you know, make sense in the space, which was really fun. And so I think I'll definitely make some more videos about that in the future and try to redecorate different spaces. So I watch, you know, again, a lot of Little Simsies videos, and she builds her houses from the ground up, and she makes like really nice houses in these neighborhoods that are, you know, very suburban. And so it's cool to be able to come to San Myshuno and kind of just work in an apartment setting. And like I said, it forces you to use the space economically, which is a really fun challenge. But also while you're building, you can see these gorgeous views of the city, which is a really nice aesthetic. And as you'll see later, I tried to figure out the camera and how to make the shots look really cool. So that's a really fun time as well. I went to school actually for film and all the different parts of filmmaking, and so my little filmmaker heart got really happy trying to set up these shots that you'll see at the end to kind of make a story, a little tiny story for this Sim living in his new apartment. One of the other things I've learned recently when redecorating or building is the use of clutter. Now in real life, I try, keyword try, to be more of a minimalist when it comes to decorating and stuff in my space. But yeah, in The Sims, it makes sense. In The Sims, more clutter typically leads to prettier builds for whatever reason. So it kind of balances out the minimalism. So there you have it. There are some bright colors, a comfortable space. It doesn't look super grimy like it did before. And you can see the personality that he has with his gaming, but also his writing career. I kind of imagine that he's an autobiographical writer for sports figures. That's why he has that jersey there. He moved to the city because of an athlete he really admired, and that's why he is there in the city, to be an autobiographical writer. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first speed build. I definitely plan to do some more in the future. If you liked something about this build, or if you thought that I could have done something better, please go ahead and comment below and let me know what you guys think. And thanks so much for watching, and join us next time for another build. Bye!